16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, one point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Heinz Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Black 80! Hey, alert!
First carry for James Conner. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Ready?
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete.
Mike's by 4. All right, here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
They start the drive with Conner. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
5-9.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 38 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
The score is Saints 14, Steelers nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's been a long day for you.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll find Washington. That's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
White 80. Jack 16. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. With a catch made by Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Easy. 54's Mike.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here we go. Blue 30. Check, 47. Too little, cut.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
First quarter, with the score Saints 14, Steelers nothing.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go.
Roethlisberger will hand to counter. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
All right, now, black 20.
Right there, 54 Mike. In your face.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54. Hey,
Echo.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
You better be afraid of me. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mark. Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
We're good, we're good. Line 4, ready.
March 50, March 50, March 50.
Now Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I'm coming up to you. I'm coming up to you.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
We got this.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about it in the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Ready? Here we go.
Breeze now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. The open man is Smith. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. 34 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, it's Connor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Like 80.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 3 buzz.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Undercrush. Kill. 0-2. 26, check 26. No. Sammy. Hey, Haywood. Watch 98. We go 21.
On first down, Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From midfield, here's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Back now in Pittsburgh as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down now, it's Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Black 30.
Double bump. No, ready. Hey, watch out.
Chase, team 6. Team 6.
Go. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 47 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Black at 3.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Dad! Black 20. Alert.
Mike's 47.
Hey, Charlie.
Here we go.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Mike's 5'4".
On third down, Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Throwing now is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing again on second down. Breeze. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Over.
To throw, it's Breeze. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They'll run on first down. Connor. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He gets this one to Johnson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On third down, a run from White. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Kill. Turn it up.
Here's Murray. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So